Now, for instance, if you believe in Zen Buddhism and Jesus Christ, right? Well, Zen Buddhism, if you believe in it the right way, can also help you heal. And so can Christianity if you believe in Christ the right way. See, Christ didn't come to do away with Zen Buddhism because it's a good thing. It helps you believe something within you can heal you, right? That something is still the Spirit of God, right? They call it ki, though, or chi, right? And the Hebrews call it ruach, right? It's all the same thing, but spelled differently by a different language, right? It's like Allah just means God to the, like I said, Muslims, and that's what they call God. I know. Just they don't call it God. They call it Allah. Simple fact. Simple fact. Now, if we're going to murder each other over religion, that's what Satan wants, right? If we're good to each other, despite slight different spellings of words, even the word shit doesn't have to be a bad word, but you want to make one, don't you? That's the problem. You're so obsessed with words that you send your own children to hell for even thinking the word, right? By condemning the word. Idiot. Now, if you forgive the word shit, right, and you let people say the word shit, right, and you don't make it a big deal, who's condemned? Nobody. Nobody. You don't make it a big deal, you just don't make it a big deal. You're not easily offended, is what that means. Now, some people are so easily offended and so crazy about it, they don't realize they can't even say darn or heck because it's about word uses as well. What you're using the word for, right? Well, you're just saying it in place of shit, right? Or in place of goddamn, right? You can't say a nicer swear word. You're swearing, period, right? You understand? If you condemn swearing at all and you say, damn it, or darn it, or that's still in the same spirit as it is. If you understand, right? You're still saying shuck it, right? Just not using the word shuck. Or fuck. You mean the same thing, right? See, if it's a sin, period. You can't even use any word to replace the same feeling you're experiencing there when you say the bad word as well, right? The word ain't the problem either if you're condemning it, right? You're making it a problem. It's like any word, fornication, right? Right. And an acronym, FUCK. What does it mean? Fornication, unlawful carnal knowledge, right? And the implication there is you're having illicit sex with a female or male you're not supposed to be with, right? That's why it's called fornication, unlawful carnal knowledge, right? And it's an acronym, shortened to fuck, right? And I'm doing that educationally, right? To say the word has meaning, right? It's not just arbitrarily FUCK. Either. It's an acronym for it. And instead of saying fornication, unlawful carnal knowledge, you can just shorten it to fuck. And there you are. There you are. You get what I mean, right? But if you make the word sin, you can't even say fornication, which is part of the word, right? You see what I mean? And they mean the same thing. If each word, okay, one's a contraction of it, right? Fornication, unlawful carnal knowledge is a lot to say. But if you say you're fucking someone, you know what they mean, right? So I'm doing this educationally wise too, right? You can even fuck someone over in a business deal. And you know what I mean. The Bible don't say you can't use the words that way. No, it don't. As long as it makes sense, right? You're saying something bad is going on. And we're in the world of good and evil now. We're not. It's called the tribulation period. And we don't even know how long it is, but it's got to be at least 10,000 years, right? or 10 days to the Lord, which that's the point, right? We're only in the 5th or 6th day, by the way, since the fall. And that's because the Hebrew calendar is what it's based on, right? In a way, too. But it really didn't officially become a calendar until Moses, right? So most of it's guesswork, too, right? Now, if my theory is correct, we also have to watch out about destroying the planet from within, right? Because when we do that, we'll make God have to replenish it. What does that mean? Well, just make it back how it was before, right? We did all this stupid nonsense to it, right? See, the planet can be remade, right? So can we, by that which made us, But we're denying its existence, even like the little creature that's in the ant farm can tell the maker of the ant farm, I won't be here anymore, right? And has more power than the maker of the ant farm, right? You don't. You can't even see the maker of the ant farm, right? You don't even know what it looks like, right? Even if you were to say it. But I'll give you a hint. It's a little ball of light and that can bend, shape, and form things how it wants to. It can make you pretty or famous. Again, yeah. It's a reflection of light and shadow, right? Which is what it is. It's the source of all light, right? Mm-hmm. I'm messing with my TV. It's probably because I haven't sent it off for the bill. Right. And had to send it, I think, to North Carolina. Well, I did that last week, so it'll take a while. Did you plug it back in? And I got me a new DVD player. And shaver. I can't find the damn battery thing. It's supposed to be somewhere. I just don't want to break it. Right. If you don't know where the battery is. I got me a tornado for mosquitoes. Even. Got me a little watch. Now the watch was supposed to be free, but they wound up getting like $80-something for me. Right. Because they tried to sell me other stuff. See, I gotta warn you about these little gimmicks, right? They offer you something for free. Oh, you can get $100 off this. And it's one of these watches that's supposed to be a smartwatch and watch your weight and stuff like that, and keep track of your blood pressure and stuff like that, and pulse, and to walk with it, right? And it's supposed to be one of the smartwatches, right? Well, they give you $100 off, but it winds up costing you $84. Well, they want to include earbuds and I don't know, stuff like that, right? And they give you a little Bluetooth thing here, right? It's a little speaker, right? So what it does is it picks up your Bluetooth on your phone, right? But the next thing you know, you done spent $84 on this stuff, and you're supposed to get something for free for $100. Well, what they meant was they're giving you $100 off of the manufacturer's retail price of $184. But you got to buy the stuff for $84. And that's the sales gimmick. You can't do that in the back because you're accepting the terms of the gimmick. Right? No. Crazy people. Trying to swindle me. Right. Now this here is for my hip. In case I need to wrap it or something. Try and mobilize it. This here is for, lower back pain. This here is for exercising with. What you do is you put cream on it, under it, right? And you wrap it around your stomach, and it's supposed to help you lose weight, right? Now the thing is, I'm so positive though, they think I'm gay, right? Now positivity don't mean necessarily you're gay about it, right? Now I'm not down on gay people who want, to feel positive, right? But now, gay and being sexually with the same sex are two different things, I thought, right? Gay just means you kind of like bright colors and they're kind of positive and, right? Have kind of a good attitude no matter what, right? That's what I thought, right? But some people want to say, oh, no, it means sex, right? With the same sex, right? Okay. Well, actually, it's a play on words. Now, in the Hebrew, goy, or goyim, is an outsider or a foreigner, right? What we call in the English a foreigner. Haggai was a eunuch who worked under King Solomon, right? When he was having his 1,000 wives. And was a eunuch in his harem. Oh, that means he didn't have something other men had. Now, you claim to read the Bible, but you don't even know about Haggai, do you? You never even heard of him, have you? Right? I bet you ain't. I bet I know a bunch of people you ain't heard of in the Bible. Because they're not showing you it all, right? And Paul didn't say some of the scriptures are useful for doctrine. All of them are supposed to be, right? If there's a story about Haggai, it's there for a reason, right? And, now, Hay means behold, and Gay means foreigner, right? I know. By the way. Behemoth has to do with that, too. The hay part of it means you're beholding something big, right? It's big ass creature there, right? Behemoth. Now we say he, but it's really hay in the Hebrew, right? Now he also means behold, lo and behold. But see, if you start small, like Naaman was told to go and wash in the Jordan River. Now, your belief, okay, if you're really seriously injured, right, you can't go from 0 to 100% healed in a short amount of time if you've been laid up for a while. Now, what happened with me is for the first 2 weeks, I'm blacked out, right? Well, it must be because I'm trying to get out of bed and get up, right? No. They're trying to protect me from myself, right? But I show them slowly I can walk again, right? They didn't think I could, but my faith in Jesus was already before what happened on base anyway, I know, right? See, I didn't just suddenly find Jesus, right? Right. When I fell, I already had Jesus before I fell. Right. And then when I fell and injured myself, I knew I could heal to a certain point at least, right? Even if I'm not sure how he would deal with the arthritic pain, right, which is the real problem now, right? He still healed the parts of the body that would be technically paralyzed, right? Too. Now, being that I'm a man and you can confuse me, right? That's kind of why it worked out that way too. That I'm partially healed, but not fully healed, right? But it's not nothing wrong with it, right? You know, yeah. It don't mean I'm not healed to the point I'm healed of in it, nor does it mean it's less of a miracle if you should be paralyzed and you're feeling the arthritic pain that would go along with it instead, right? If you break a bone, say, right? Now that happens anytime you break a bone, you got to worry about traumatic arthritis. Now, for instance, Jackie Chan is remembered he broke some bones while he was doing some of his stunts, right? Well, it's not now. He's got to worry about it. It's when he gets older and starts having problems moving around, right? I know. But one day it's going to cause him pain, right? Now, what you do, though, is you pray against the pain, though, right? Right. You go into Buddhism and Zen meditations and believe in the power of the spirit to heal the body, right? Which is basically what you're saying, right? Now, it ain't easy, right? It might not work the same from day to day. There might be days you feel better and days you feel worse. Like today, I'm on the tramadol and gabapentin and my high blood pressure medication, right? Which can usually keep me at least a few hours, right? Say no more than 4, right? But then it comes back and I can't take but 100 milligrams of the tramadol, so I take more of the gabapentin because I'm allowed to take more of that, right? But I also make sure it's not making me drowsy, right? Or groggy. And see, this isn't reasonable doubt court, right? I was taking you to. It's civil court, where there's less proof required for a guilty verdict, right? You can't treat a civil trial like a criminal trial. They're not the same thing, right? See, the lawyer just thought he had to prove reasonable doubt, right? No. He can't do that, right? And there could be not just my ankle as part of the problem, but the brakes failed to stop at a certain juncture of the accident where it could have stopped in time too, right? So it could be a mechanical problem that also existed that prevented me from stopping in time, right? Which goes back to the car company itself, right? Now, usually what happens though, is you get a settlement from that. Like, you get something for the brakes and you get something for the ankle because you're trying to tell them you're not sure you can drive the car because the highest gear of the car you drove up to them was a 5-speed, right? You never drove a 6-speed, right? And all that's part of the suit too, right? It is. Yeah. And so you're just trying to focus on one thing, right? The ankle and pelvis, right. Which is a distraction with a stick anyway. And that's all I can tell you, right? It's a distraction. It happened that way, and that's how it is. Right. But again, it's not your fault or mine. It's an accident, right? And you got to determine was who put me there, right? Was it Kia 50-50? Was it something wrong with the brakes 50-50? Was it just my ankle or... Did I warn them I'm not sure I could drive this vehicle well enough that they knew, right? If they put me in the vehicle, I could wreck it? Yeah. And see, you can't do it like a jury trial, but it's a civil trial, right? Even my medications, I have a defense if you point out it makes me drowsy. And I say, well, that's when I don't take so much of it. I monitor the amount I take, which would contradict what the lawyer was saying, right? And if the trial goes the way it's supposed to go, I should have won it, right? Now again, it's probably that I didn't pay the bills till last week. And it's going to the office, right? In North Carolina, right? Mm. Now that it's charged, right? Now, it's got a scan code, but the problem is, I don't know, do I take a picture of it or something? Right? Mm-hmm. Because the phone itself, right, doesn't have a scanner, right? Or something I can pick the skin.